Hello and welcome to another Brawl Stars video. Today we're going to look at the best way to play Brawl Ball with Shelly. So, let's brawl! Hey guys, I'm Brawl Boy. Today's video is going to focus on how to play Shelly in Brawl Ball. I'm going to show you some top level gameplay on Pinhole Punt. After her two recent buffs, Shelly is one of your best picks for both Pinhole Punt and Triple Dribble. While Backyard Bowl may not be her best map, she can still do really well on all of the Brawl Ball maps. In my last video, we focused on how to become the world's #1 Piper. So make sure to visit my channel and check out that video if you want to become the best Piper ever. But for now, let's jump right in with Shelly. Okay, here we go. We're off against a Crow, El Primo, and Ricochet. As you can see, we have Portal as Frank, Illustria as Spike, and myself as Shelly. So the great part about this comp is it really forces the enemy team back because they cannot get close to any of us. Alright, so I'm just going to try to hide here until the Crow comes back, and then maybe blast down all their walls, so maybe Portal can get this goal. Nice! That was a really nice goal by Portal in that little hole right there. So we're already at 1-0, and as you can see from my last super, I was able to really build up my next one. I'm very close to my next one, but they have no idea how close I am. So now I have it back all the way. So I'm going to make sure I really make use of this super. I don't want to waste it. So there was a great opportunity to get rid of Ricochet and almost charge my next one. As you can see, I used another one, and bam, already done. 2-0. Nice game, guys. Alright, so that game was a little bit quick, which is okay, but we're gonna get right into match number 2. Alright, here we go. Now we're against a Nita, Dynamite, and Frank. So this should really showcase how Shelly does against Frank. So since Frank is a brand new brawler, lots of people are trying to use him, and this isn't a bad map for him. But Shelly is a great Frank counter. So as you can see, as early on in the match as possible, I got down their middle wall so that way we have more access to their goal. And I almost charged my super again, which is fantastic. Okay, so maybe I should have used it there. I didn't want to use it because I wanted to make sure that I could charge up as much as possible. I saw that Frank was really low on health and I just didn't really want to. Okay, maybe I should because Dynamite just kicked it at me and I wasted my super on a super kick. And that is absolutely not what you want to do. So we're going to try and put this next super to better use. That's probably the most important part of playing Shelly in Brawl Ball, just because you need to make sure you can get those supers as often as possible. So you want to be up in their face when you use it. So I'm going to sneak up on this Frank and immediately charge another one and get rid of 2 brawlers with them. And I'm already more than halfway to my next one. So hopefully I'll be able to get one more for this next goal. And perfect. Yeah, so you really want to string together those supers if you're going to bully around the enemy team. Alright, here we go against some other top 100 players, Snowcrow and Young. Master Walrus is also a very skilled player. He's on the same team as me for the YouTuber tournament. We're both on Kairos Time's team, and so is Portal. So this will be a great match. We're off to a great start so far, eliminating all 3 of them. We're not able to get a goal yet, but we are able to gain some nice ground. Alright, so what went wrong there? I auto-aimed my super, and since Yump was in the grass, I targeted Colt. So that was a bit of a mistake there, and that's lost us some valuable ground, so hopefully we can get away from this without giving up a goal. As you can see there, Shelly counters 2 of their team. So Shelly counters both Frank and Mortis. They both need to get close to you in order to do anything valuable. but Shelly's super can just obliterate them. And as you can see there, we were able to get rid of all 3 of them and score our first goal. And I have a super back and ready, so hopefully I can get this Frank with it. Yeah, so as you can see, Frank really wants to get close to me, but since I have my super, I can usually kill him before he even has the chance to do that. Yeah, and they knew it was... okay. So that was a really good game. Those are some really good players that we faced right there. Really, the only thing that went wrong for them was they were facing Shelly. So Shelly countered 2 of their teammates, so they couldn't really do much against that. So here we are again against another Mortis, and then Crow and Penny. So this Mortis will probably struggle a little bit against us, especially if I can keep my eye on him. I'm really the one who can damage him the most. So I just want to wait here until someone gets close enough. Alright, awesome. So the best part about Shelly's range buff is you can charge your super even faster now. So you can chip away, kind of like Tara does, to get your super as fast as possible. Frank is also a pretty decent Mortis counter because he just stands in the way. Mortis can't dribble the ball through Frank. He has to, like, kill him, and Frank has a lot of health. So I'm kind of just forcing them back because they knew I had my super. So that was a really close one right there. Wasn't quite able to score, but as you'll be able to see in a second, I have my super back. So that is incredibly important. You want to make sure you really push around the enemy whenever you use your super. You don't want to just use it willy-nilly. Even if you have her star power, you don't want to use it just to slow them down. You want to really damage them, like there. So Morris dashed into me, and I got rid of Crow and their entire middle wall. So that's opened up, and I gave Portal the chance to score. So now we're up 1-0, and I'm so close to my next super, which will be unexpected because they don't know I am that close. Okay, yeah. So that's another really nice game showing you how important it is to use Shelly's super. So the buff to her main attack range is really great for building that up, but that's not the best thing about Shelly. You really want to make sure every time you use her super, you use it properly. So you don't want to waste it like I did when I did that super kick a couple games ago. That is not what you want to do. So as you can see, I'm 3/4 of the way to my super. This Tara's trying to make a move. So it's okay that she built up her super off of me because I built up mine off of her. And to be honest, Shelly's super counters so many people, such as the other Shelly on their team, the Bull on their team. As you can see, I was able to kill Bull before he could kill me because I had the super. And now Tara has to use hers on me just because she sees I have mine. She cannot deal with that. She has to get rid of me before I have a good chance. So this is really close. So I just barely saved that. They're all really close to our net. We have to really eliminate them. Okay, so even though I died, that's great. We got rid of 2 of them. Both Spike and Frank are back, so we can gain some ground back. And as you can see, I'm almost back to my next super. So that was really lucky. What that Shelly could have done there, she could have stopped Frank's super with hers. So that is why she is an amazing Frank counter. As soon as Frank tries to use hers, Shelly can just interrupt it with her super. And there we go. There's our first goal because we were able to chain all of our supers together and get rid of all of them at the same time. So Tara's super is also very deadly, as you can see up there. And now Shelly even has one, so we really want to try and keep our distance. We're up 1-0, so we don't need to score again. We just need to make sure they don't score again. So to be honest, we're not doing it very much here, but a good strategy is you can actually corner the ball after you've scored your first goal, especially with someone like Shelly. Because Shelly can build up her super so much quicker now, she can just kind of stand in the path that your opponent has to take to get to the ball, and then build up her super by the time they get there. So as you can see, we're just going to corner it for the last little bit, and they won't be able to get to us because we have both Frank and Shelly just stopping them from getting close. And there you have it. There is another win for us. So now that we got my Shelly to 600, I'm going to summarize all the gameplay we just watched into 4 key points for you to focus on. Number 1, as Shelly, you are the main damage dealer on your team. This doesn't mean being overly aggressive. This means waiting for the right moments to get close to someone so you can build up your first super as fast as possible, so you can start blasting everything to bits. Number 2, knock down the walls around the enemy net as soon as you can, but really try to hit at least one of your opponents at the same time. It's not really worth it if you don't charge your next super at all, but if you can do 2 jobs at once where you demolish an enemy brawler and knock down their walls at the same time, you'll be off to a great start. Number 3, focus on the brawlers you know you can counter. This is so important because it's the main reason Shelly is such a good choice for Brawl Ball right now. The best way to push Mortis is as a ball carrier. Many people are pushing Frank because they find him more difficult to use in other game modes. And you can even push around other tanks like El Primo, Daryl, and Bull if you can surprise them with your super. And finally, number 4, be a bully. This is especially easy if you have the Bandita skin like I do because Shelly just looks so badass. But even if you don't, really make her awesome super count every time you use it, so that you're even closer to your next one. And there you have it. That's some top level gameplay showing you the best way to use Shelly in Brawl Ball. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. My next video will show you how to work together with your teammates in the new heist. Shoutouts go out to the wonderful Portal and Illustria and all the opponents we faced in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. This is Brawl Boy signing off, and I'll see you next time.